Well, folks, now's about as good a time as any to start this video. Shout out to Cody.
What's up?
For driving on this mess. Folks, welcome to DC. Folks, today's a big day for us here on After Prison Show. We have got invited to the White House. Not really the White House. We're actually going right behind the White House. We're going to a huge event today, folks. It's called America Working Forward. This is a business magazine. And they're having this huge event, folks, involving or about second chance opportunities for people coming home after incarceration or with criminal records, trying to find work. And there's gonna be a lot of really awesome people who are gonna be at this event. The director of Michigan Prisons is gonna be at this, a bunch of CEOs and vice presidents of all sorts of other companies. Piper, who is the author of Orange is the New Black, is gonna be at this event. Another guy who started a business called Fitness is gonna be at this event. So, this is gonna be a really exciting thing. We found out about this last minute, Friday afternoon. We actually got the invite to this. And today we've been driving, or Cody's been driving. Shout out to Cody. He's been driving since 3 o'clock this morning while I've been trying to sleep to get here. And we really don't know too much of how this event is gonna go, but when we got the invitation to this, they told us that we were able to film in here. So it's our hope to be able to bring you something really awesome from this event, and also the fact that we got invited to this is about as awesome as it gets. And also, folks, peep the dress code. This is DC. We're up here in the government land. Whatever, you know, super formal dress with your 3-piece suits or whatever you got, you know, your suit and your tie and your blazer and your slacks. This is our dress attire right here. Straight orange. I'm actually wearing a collared shirt right now, but I'm gonna change this. They told us to represent the brand, represent After Prison Show, and what better way to do so than with our staple t-shirt, the Orange After Prison Show shirts.
Really?
Yeah, that's a good place for that. I know those ain't all your bags. Those is not all your bags.
Is it a grocery store in here or something?
Oh yeah, maybe a grocery store. That's probably right. I was about to say, I thought he just went to Barney's or something and he's flexing. Cody, I think we're in the wrong lane.
No, we're in the turn lane. It's just red light right now. Oh, this is a fun turn.
So obviously, if you're living here, you're gonna be doing quite a bit of walking. Me and Cody had a long talk about what time to leave to come to this thing, and we knew it was gonna be looking like this. So it's better to be early than to be fashionably late.
This dude's still trying to cut.
Are you kidding me? One thing about it, you gotta be an aggressive driver in the city.
Yep.
Like, watch this. This truck, he's about to just go, they don't care. So how does this work on the driving test? Who's got the right of way? He's going right out into the middle lane too. He ain't even worried about the turn lane. I'm gonna go to the far lane. You know what? Gotcha. I feel like we're on that TV show Sex and the City. Or it's a Casey Neistat video. All we're missing is the, you know, now I know why he's got the hoverboard. I get it. All right, you got people crossing, Cody, so.
Yeah, no, I see him. Look at this truck.
Oh my God, like what lane? What is the lane? Okay.
I did not grow up to learn to drive in this.
This was not on the driving test. Okay, folks, we found the parking garage.
There's rental bikes. We can rent some bikes. Rent these bikes right here.
Hell no, Cody, I'm about to park a couple of our mopeds up in there. Boy, moped business would do probably pretty good here.
If they even allow it.
Yeah, they probably don't.
I couldn't imagine trying to deal with this. They're trying to run you off the road, all the cars.
Welcome to the dungeon, folks. This is very tight.
We got plenty of room. Now you got electric charger down here.
Boy, this is enough to make you super claustrophobic. Start from the second down. I mean, this is the second. Said no reserved.
Going down one more.
What about right here? Is that reserved?
Maybe we'll fit in there.
Yeah, bless him, man. What a stupid parking job that guy had. Oh yeah, there's plenty of parking on that back wall.
Just gonna go around here and make it easy. Hey, you gotta know how to drive to be able to drive in these.
I mean, good Lord, I feel like we're in Tokyo Drift. There's all sorts of parking back here. None of that's reserved. All right, folks, we're finally here. We're in the basement of DC. He said, how much did you pay for your parking? Cody said 15. He said, yeah, start with the second floor. Work your way down. Nothing reserved.
I should have said like 35.
Shoot, man, we paid $100 for this parking. Boy, this joint smells bounty fresh. Shout out to my wife for washing this for me. All right, folks, we made it out of the parking garage, and it's a little windy, so hopefully the wind ain't gonna affect nothing, but this is the building where this event is taking place at. Check this out. It's the building on the corner. That's the one we're going to. We're a little early. This is like After Prison Show going to Congress today, Cody.
Pretty fun.
Are we dressed for the occasion is the question.
I think we'll be fine.
Bueno! Chamber of Commerce. That's where this is taking place, folks. So I was gonna title this video, After Prison Show got invited to the White House, because the White House is literally right over there, folks.
You can see the entrance right there.
Very awesome. You think it's too early to go in there?
They should all be here setting up. Maybe they have that room they're talking about. If they can give us a room. Maybe we get situated for it. Figure out what everything looks like inside.
Well, let's go inside. You know what? Ain't nothing to be scared about. They told us we could come in here filming, so. Please use the other door. We're here for an event, the America Working Forward event.
Where are you supposed to be doing media or?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, well they're still setting up right now.
They told us that the breakfast started at 8:30 this morning. So we just come back around that time?
Or a little bit before that, maybe in about 15 minutes.
That's perfect. Thank you. We just wanted to make sure we're at the right place.
Yeah, we still have some guests that are still waiting to get in. So the host should be coming out, I'd say, within 15 minutes.
Thank you very much, man. Let's go walk over there and see what we can see. Cody, what do you think is the repercussion for jaywalking in DC?
I mean, it's okay. I mean, I don't see anybody doing it, so I don't think we should.
Let's not risk it. We're here for an important reason.
We are right next to the White House, and you know they got cameras everywhere. I mean, they're gonna get us.
But this looks like the worst intersection to try to get across. It could take us 15 minutes to try to get across this. Oh,
Live in that place.
there we go. We got it. I got to be honest with you guys. This is the biggest invitation that After Prison Show has ever received, and this is a really cool thing to be a part of. We really have no idea how this is going to go or what all of this is going to entail, who we're going to get a chance to meet, but we're excited nonetheless. And we're gonna try to bring you guys just as many people as we could possibly talk to. Hopefully there's gonna be people here who wanna talk with us. You think that might be the case?
Yeah, I definitely think somebody will.
Shout out to Cody, man. Cody is strapped down. Cody, we gotta get some shots in front of this. So yeah, no big deal, just another day at the office, you know? Folks, After Prison Show goes to the White House. Look at Cody, look at my oldest son right here, boy. Looking sharp in front of the White House. Cody, you're doing big things. It's an After Prison Show field trip. We don't get a chance to do things like this very often, but when we do, we try to do the most that we can do with it. What we got going on over here? Maybe we should set up a little prison cell in front of the White House.
Been there for like 30, 50 years. I can't remember what it was. It was a super long time.
Okay, so we're in the conference center, folks. This is the situation we're in. And the situation right now is, Cody and I, we are not on the list. So they're gonna help us get situated and get registered. We've already met Coss from ConBody. I thought it was Con Fitness, it's ConBody. Seems like a really awesome dude. Definitely looking forward to getting a chance to speak with him a little bit later, hopefully. But right now we're trying to get registered. And we haven't had a chance to meet anybody else just yet. We've been in the lobby for a little while waiting. But hopefully that's gonna change and we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm dealing with a slight tinge of anxiety.
I feel my hands are shaking. I'm not used to this type of stuff.
But it's to be expected. This is a huge event, and hopefully it's gonna go really smooth.
Before we get started, I'd like to get a quick show of hands. Who's here at the chamber for the first time? Excellent. So we love to bring new people into this historic building, and we're really, really happy that you joined us today. Hope you enjoyed it, and if you have any feedback, we'd love to hear it at the end. So we're here today to talk about formerly incarcerated individuals re-entering the workforce, and the businesses and nonprofits that are building innovative programs to ease their way. Creating opportunities for returning citizens is easier than you'd expect, but that doesn't mean it's easy. Over the last year, we've talked to dozens of companies and nonprofits. They're training ex-offenders in places all across the country. All are committed to helping people with criminal records succeed in the workplace. They're doing this because it's the right thing to do for society, and because it's the right thing to do for their businesses. One of the consequences of a strong economy is that we eventually run out of people to hire. And that is one of the top issues that we hear about here. Our prosperity is enabling businesses to create good jobs, the kind of opportunities that help reduce recidivism and give people with criminal records the dignity that comes with a paycheck. In America Working Forward, you'll meet men and women who are being trained to work as cashiers, coders, cooks. You'll read about the builders who mopped up a construction site inside prison. You'll see why manufacturers are lining up to hire a group we dub the women welders even before they're released from prison. You'll learn that these aren't employees of last resort. By the end, we think you'll agree that these programs are changing lives.
My personal prison experience, where I once ran a multi-million-dollar drug business. So today I'm going to have you take out notes and teach you how to sell drugs. Just kidding. But we ran it like a business. So we had business suits, ties. I had 7 cell phones because each phone only held 1,500, 2,500 contact numbers. We ran this huge, lucrative business in the streets of New York City. And it was so big that at 19 I was making over $2 million a year. Managing a team over 20 people. But at 23 it ended. And I was on this corner where I started selling drugs as a kid, 13 years old, and I would see people just line up to buy heroin, and this is what I grew up. Going down my staircase, I would see people just go up, lining up to buy heroin and shooting heroin in my staircase. And that's what I knew. And that's what I thought life was all about. Until I got locked up. And I was sentenced to 7 years in prison. And when I went into prison, that's when I was told that I was probably going to die because of my health issues. See, I was really overweight. My cholesterol levels were through the roof. And when doctors told me that I could probably die in prison because of it, I was like, get the fuck out of here. And it woke me up. And I went back to my prison cell. I started doing dips on the side of my bed because I didn't want to end up like this statistic. So when you die in prison, this is what they put on your tombstone, your prison number.
So I know that you all know Piper's background and her bio, so I'm not going to waste 1 minute of the precious time we have with you today getting into it. But I do just want to start with, we've heard from some formerly incarcerated people this morning talking about their stories, what it's meant in their lives, both during their incarceration, but what it's really meant afterwards. And we'd love to hear a little bit of your story in your own words.
Oh, I guess I'll talk about my employment story, because committed my offense that I was ultimately incarcerated for in federal prison when I was 22 years old. After college, I was fortunate to go to college. Not everyone who ends up in the criminal legal system is fortunate enough to have, access to good education and higher education. I moved forward independently after committing that offense. I was very fortunate. I was able to extricate myself from that situation on my own and with help from my family, from my circle of friends, from friends from college. I was able to get myself back on track. It's called desistance. Something that is perhaps better to focus on than recidivism is desistance. Things that help people stop doing a particular behavior and start doing things that are more beneficial both for them and the community. And my life moved forward. I got a great job. I got a succession of great jobs. And it was 10 years later that I was actually called into account for the crime that I had committed and sent to prison. So I had all these years of professional experience prior to being incarcerated. I was mercifully lucky, fortunate, to serve a short prison sentence. But after I came home, my life is going to be radically different because I have a felony conviction. And some of the prior speakers have really honed in on just how many collateral consequences formerly incarcerated people face. And one of the biggest ones is around employment. I would say that employment is the number one thing that I personally hear from other people who were incarcerated or who simply have a felony conviction as this enormous stumbling block and barrier in their lives.
So we've got the opportunity to meet with Coss. Marte. Sorry about that. This is the creator of ConBody right here, a guy that we just got to hear speaking there, and I mean, wow. You blew me away with the presentation and more importantly, your story and what you've been through. And, real quick, if you could just let us know what it is what you do.
Yeah, so ConBody is a prison-style boot camp. It's a fitness boot camp where we hire people coming out of the prison system to teach fitness classes.
And you're a guy who made mistakes in your past. I heard your story in there. I didn't know to the extent that it was, but you were able to get beyond those mistakes, serve the time that you did while going through the trials and tribulations that a lot of people face while serving time, and put together an idea, a concept for something you could do positive once you got released, and you've been able to see that to fruition now with ConBody.
Yeah, I mean, I think all it took was just consistency and just showing up and believing that something's gonna pop out of it, and I feel like that's the same energy that I put out on the streets, and when I was hustling and selling drugs and and it popped, and so that's all I had to do.
One thing that I didn't know, and I had heard about ConBody in the past, but I didn't really know much about it, but hearing your story, you do a lot more than just the ConBody. You've got videos that you guys are doing on Snapchat, and talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so we started this prison hack show on Snapchat. You can subscribe. We got over, we're getting 10 to 30 million views per episode, just changing the perception of how people who've been formerly incarcerated are viewed, and just showing the innovative side, of how we build a tattoo gun out of a CD player, things of that nature, just how wit and smart we were when we were in the system,
And I mean, it's amazing to get a chance to connect with you, because that was something that I didn't know that you were doing with the prison hacks. So if you guys haven't seen prison hacks on Snapchat, definitely check that out. I think I've actually seen a video or two, so I was kind of familiar. It was like deja vu for me. What was it like for you to be a part of this event right here? What it seems to me is trying to open the eyes of employers that might not be too kind to hiring people with a record, and with you being able to share your story and how that could potentially be something that motivates some of these employers to change the way they might look at hiring people.
Yeah, I mean, I think these employers are just potentially want to help, and they want to know how they can help, and they don't know those steps. I mean, the first step is just to get in touch with nonprofit organizations, get in touch with my organization, or just your organization, how you did it, what were your steps. There's no real math to it, basically it's just giving that person
an opportunity to learn and teach and just see the hunger behind them. I think that's what most people don't know, is that the grittiest people that I've ever met was people from, you know, the system that really are hungry and just want to better themselves. And once they're given that shot, they're so appreciative that they don't want to let it go.
Well, I don't want to take up too much of your time. You've been doing some networking here. We've been doing the same as well, and this was how we were able to meet Coss. And I want to say it's a real pleasure to get a chance to speak with you. And look, I've got your email, or you've got my email information. I definitely want to connect with you, because I know you've got big things on the horizon and things that you're working toward. You know, real quick, I want to say this as well. This blew me away. You mentioned this during your presentation up there. Talk about what you just did in the Bronx with the housing.
Yeah, so we got we partnered up with this not-for-profit called Thrive, and they acquired 3 buildings in the Bronx, and they gave us a building to house our employees. Some of my guys and girls were just sleeping in the gym, you know, sleeping on my couch, and it was a struggle for them to find a place, because every time they filled out an application, their applications always got denied, or it was just so many barriers to entry to just even get housing. And we got the opportunity to have a building now that we can house these individuals that are coming to work for us. Again,
Coss, it's an absolute honor getting a chance to meet your brother, and I'm looking forward to connecting with you and talking with you further in the future, and just seeing what the future holds for you, and potentially maybe we can do something together. I would definitely love to work with you on something.
Done. Let's do it. Let's do it. Thank you.
Wow, like often when a Republican really gets into it, yeah, it's fascinating.
Okay. So we're just leaving from this event, America Working Forward. This was a big invite for After Prison Show. It was a great honor to get a chance to be a part of this. I want to give a really special shout out to Amanda, who invited us to this event. And I want to give a real special shout out to Coss, who took the time to speak with us. We did get a chance to meet Piper from Orange is the New Black. Are we going this way, Cody?
Yep.
Shout out to Cody carrying all the bags while I'm trying to film just a little bit of us leaving from this thing. Like I was saying, we did get a chance to meet Piper. I didn't want to try to like throw her on camera. There were a lot of people who were trying to talk with her, but I just wanted to introduce myself to her and tell her about After Prison Show. Hey, check out what we're doing as well. I mean, I was able to learn from this that she's doing a lot of work helping people after prison. It's not just Orange is the New Black, so it's really cool to get a chance to be a part of this, and I'm glad we got a chance to share this with all of you. All right, we're in the car, back in the dungeon, in the parking garage, getting ready for this long drive back home. It was kind of windy when I was filming, leaving from the event, so just to reiterate real quick, it was a really awesome experience getting invited to this. Hearing Coss speak about what he's been through and what he's now doing, and getting a chance to connect with that guy. I want to say this, he was probably the most humble person that we met there. Got a lot of awkward glances in there, but you know, we're in there dressed in orange, so what can we expect? We kind of did that to ourselves. Amanda, who works for the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, who invited us to this event, a very special shout out to her. You know, this was a really cool thing that the U.S. Chamber of Commerce is doing, launching this magazine, America Working Forward, and trying to get employers to open up their doors to people who have criminal records, because not all companies are going to hire people with felonies. It was awesome. We got a chance to meet Piper. What'd you think of that, Cody?
Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah, we met Piper from Orange is the New Black. I mean, everybody was on her. I didn't want to throw the camera on her. It was, you know, I was kind of awkward about it, because, you know, she's a big deal. That's Piper. But I did get a chance to tell her about After Prison Show. Hey, you know, maybe check out what we're doing. You never know. But I'm pretty sure a lot of people were in there trying to talk to her, and I didn't want to take up too much of her time. It was a great experience. This is one of the biggest things After Prison Show's got a chance to be a part of, to attend. And I hope that this really does some good in terms of opening doors for people coming home from prison. One other thing real quick. I met one other person there who I didn't feel too confidently about getting a chance to meet. And that person was the director of Michigan Department of Corrections, a woman named Miss Washington. I got a chance to speak with her, and she even gave me her business card. She was a really nice woman, and she's doing a lot of things in Michigan prisons, trying to get job training and employers to come into that prison and give people a chance after prison. So look at us trying to get out of this thing. I mean, my God, thank God we're in the Jeep. You got cars parked all right here. And now we're getting ready to brave wilderness. Getting out of here.
Did we take that piece off the thing, the windshield?
So all in all, folks, really awesome day. Really glad I got a chance to share all of this with you guys. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Now let's go home. We're going home.